Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're visiting Derry, Maine. It's a place where storms gather out of nowhere, and sometimes they bring terrible things with them. Our story starts back in 1986. During a violent thunderstorm, a young boy named Noah Briggs vanished near the corner of Jackson and Court Street. He was last seen chasing a paper boat he'd made, watching it sail down a river of rainwater. The boat slid into a storm drain, and Noah was never seen again. But the story didn't end there. To this day, some locals swear that when the rain falls hard enough, you can still hear him calling for help from beneath the street. Fast forward to 2024, a college student named Liam Carter moves to town. He's logical, analytical, and doesn't believe in ghost stories. He finds a cheap rental, an old house just 2 doors down from the very drain where Noah Briggs disappeared all those years ago. When his landlord handed him the keys, he made a strange joke. "Don't worry," he said with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "The storm drains don't swallow kids anymore." Liam just laughed it off. He should have listened. That very night, a storm rolled in. Rain hammered the roof like 1,000 tiny fists. Liam was trying to sleep when he heard a noise. Splash, splash, splash. It sounded like someone was wading through deep water, but it was coming from inside the walls of the house. He got up and followed the sound to the kitchen. Water was dripping from the ceiling onto the linoleum floor, but the drops weren't random. They were forming letters, 4 of them B-O-T. Liam stared, his mind refusing to process what he was seeing. He blinked, and just like that, the letters vanished, washed away into a meaningless puddle. The next afternoon, curiosity got the better of him. He walked over to the infamous storm drain. As he peered into the grate, a blast of air rushed out, colder than a winter night, and deep inside he saw it. A shadow. It wasn't just a patch of darkness. It was a full, towering figure, as tall as a man, but impossibly thin, like twisted wires. Before he could even react, a pair of small, pale hands reached out from the darkness, grasping for the light. A child's voice, thin and wet, whispered, "Please, bring my boat back." Liam scrambled backward, his heart pounding against his ribs. From the drain, he could have sworn he heard a low, rumbling laugh. He tried to shake it off, telling himself it was his imagination. But that evening, he found something on his doorstep. A soggy, folded paper boat. Scrawled across its side in dripping black ink was a name. But it wasn't his. It was Noah. As he stood there, staring at it, his phone buzzed. Unknown number. He hesitated, then answered. The line crackled, filled with the sound of rushing water. Then that same tiny voice spoke again. "He took me," it whispered. "Now he wants you." The call went dead. The next storm came on faster and harder than the last. Lightning lit up the sky in broken, epileptic flashes. Liam sat in his kitchen, wide awake, trembling. At exactly 2:14 a.m., the kitchen faucet turned on all by itself. Water gushed into the sink, quickly overflowing and flooding the floor. The water pooled, creating a dark, reflective surface. Liam looked down, and his blood ran cold. In the reflection, he wasn't alone. The shadow was right behind him, towering, featureless, but he could feel its grin. It leaned close, its presence a suffocating cold, and whispered a single word in his ear: "Run." But Liam was frozen in terror. Finally, his survival instincts kicked in. He bolted out the door into the raging storm. He ran blindly, slipping on the wet pavement, and fell hard right in front of the storm drain. The heavy iron grate began to slide open, as if pulled by invisible hands. From the blackness below, Noah's pale-soaked face emerged. He looked terrified. "Please, help me. He's here." Liam's fear was replaced by a desperate urge to help. He reached a hand forward, but as he did, Noah's face twisted. The fear was gone, replaced by a wide, unnatural smile that didn't belong on a child's face. The towering shadow rose up behind him from within the drain. In the next instant, a tidal wave of black water surged out, wrapping around Liam and dragging him into the suffocating darkness. He screamed, but the thunder swallowed the sound. The grate slid quietly shut. The next morning, the sun came out. Neighbors found Liam's shoes sitting neatly outside his front door. One shoe was perfectly dry. The other was filled to the brim with dark, murky water, and floating inside was a tiny paper boat. On it, a new message was written: "Welcome to Derry." They say that now, when the storms come to that small Maine town, you can hear two voices whispering from the drains. One is a little boy, forever calling for his lost boat, and the other is a new voice, older, more desperate, forever drowning. The voice of Liam Carter. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more chilling tales. Stay safe out there.